So every single other dating coach on YouTube is going to give you the exact same copy and paste advice over and over. Like, you should focus on looks maxing, or you should enhance your dating app profiles. And I can tell you that none of that stuff matters, because I've gone from not being able to land a date to having 4 girlfriends at once. And I can tell you that all that stuff you're learning is just overcomplicating things and just wasting your time. By the way, this is me in real life, just in case you're wondering. So what I want to do in this video is give you the only 3 things that matter when it comes to intentionally getting a girlfriend, so you can actually start to see some real progress. So the first way we're going to actually do this is to not prioritize getting a girlfriend in the first place, right? You see, when women interact with you, whether it's through text or in person, they are always subconsciously reading your energy. So when you're overly eager, desperate for her attention, or you're validating her, it signals to her that you are in need, meaning you are not secure, whole, or complete within yourself, right? Despite being interested in her, despite wanting her because of how beautiful and curvy she is, I get it. As a man, we want to come off as if you're not lacking anything and you're not in a state of need, which means you shouldn't feel the need to tell her how beautiful she is 3 times back to back. See her every chance you can get, or put her up on this imaginary pedestal and message her every second of the day. A woman wants to see that you don't prioritize her, but something bigger, which should be your purpose, your mission, or your goals as a man, okay? When you eagerly prioritize dating and the relationship, especially just upon meeting her, it repels her, okay? Because she senses that your God-given masculine energy is off. She senses that something is off, something's not right. And it robs her of being the one to prioritize dating you, pursuing a relationship with you, and nurturing and cultivating the romance between you and her. This is actually why when men are over the top romantic and chivalrous, right? The buying of flowers, consistent compliments, special gifts, it may come off as sweet to her, but deep down in her spirit, she knows you're doing all of these gestures because you're lacking something and may not feel like you're enough by yourself. And this makes you perform for her from a place of accommodation, right? As a result, she'll put you in this nice guy category because she knows you aren't being authentic through your performance in trying to win her over, right? When actually she should be the one who wants to win you over, but only if you're behaving in that right masculine energy. And the best way for us to do that is to not prioritize dating her in a relationship in the first place. That doesn't mean you have to be an asshole, but it means you should make seeking the relationship and making all the plans and dates and wanting to see her and texting her and growing close and all those romantic lovey-dovey things. You should make that your priority because it should be her priority. And the best way for us to do that is to not prioritize dating her in a relationship in the first place, because we want to be putting our energy and attention into purpose and leveling up as a man. This is actually why women want to enter into a man's world, into a man's life. So the second insanely effective way to get a girlfriend is to understand the power of social proof, okay? Now, it's important to know that women want what other women want. And when they perceive that other women want you, it makes them want you even more. I want you to take a second and ask yourself, when women see me or interact with me, would they think to themselves, other women probably want me or find me attractive based on my appearance or behavior? If the answer is no, then you must use the illusion of social proof to your advantage, okay? Now, there are 2 main ways to leverage social proof. First is by your appearance and presentation and how women react and respond to you in public. If women are super nice to you, right, make physical contact with you, whether they initiate a hug or touch you on the arm, or may even talk to you a little bit longer than expected, you have a good level of social proof. This especially works wonders if the girl you're with sees how other women respond to you. If none of this stuff happens to you when you're out in public, then there's a mix of 2 things that you should fix. First is your appearance. Like, bro, make sure your grooming and your haircut and facial hair is on point. Care about how you dress. Wear clothes that speak to the female gaze, like darker and more simple tones that accentuate your physique. Basically, you want to present yourself as a mature man, not a little ass boy. Now, the second is your scent, okay? And this works wonders. Go buy a bottle of cologne so you can smell nice and sexy to majority of women. Honestly, it really doesn't even matter what cologne you buy, but my go-tos are YSL Intense, Burberry Hero, and I think it's 1 Million Lucky, or Lucky 1 Million, something like that, okay? Women associate how you smell with desirability and sex, right? She may keep wanting to smell you or even eat you because of how good you smell, all right? Now, the second and most important way to leverage social proof is by your behavior. I don't care if you are the sexiest or most attractive man alive. If you don't act accordingly, everything will fall apart. That's why looks, right, and your body and your physique as a guy, that stuff only matters to a certain extent. Okay, after looks, if you don't have your behavior on point, things start to fall apart. Imagine like being Brad Pitt or Michael B. Jordan and like being desperate, double texting, responding to text messages like within seconds of her texting you, or asking like, when can I see you again? Imagine being that level of guy, status wise or looks wise, and having that type of behavior. It's totally like off, you know? And you don't want to come off as desperate or needy, right? It signals to her that you probably don't have many options when it comes to women, which is actually why you would act so eager and desperate with one woman. Through your behavior, this will show, and she will see this, right? How quick you respond to her messages, how frequent you text her, how often you want to spend time with her, how much you validate her. It tells her that she's the only woman you're talking to, which means there's a high chance other women don't want you, and this will turn her off. Now, in the event that you don't have any other women that are interested in you, what we can do is give the illusion that we have social proof by our behavior alone, right? Focus on other things like our purpose, our goals, our hobbies, hanging out with our bros, instead of giving so much attention to her. In result, she won't be able to tell the difference between the two, right? Whether you're talking to a whole bunch of other girls or you're focusing on your bag and leveling up your business, right? She won't be able to tell the difference. And her not knowing will most likely cause her to think other women have your attention when in reality, they don't. So this illusion works in your advantage. Lastly, one thing you should never do is shy away from any form of social proof. All social proof is going to help you as a man when it comes to women. Meaning, for example, if a woman asks if you're dating or talking to anyone else, and you actually are, right? You're actually talking to a few other girls, whatever you're dating. You're seeing a couple other girls. If she asks you, are you seeing anybody else? Are you dating anybody else? I know a lot of us men, like our instinct is to tell her no. Like, no, I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm not seeing anybody else. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to lie, okay? You want to tell her straight up, like, yeah, there's a few other girls I'm talking to. Like, say yes. It will make her subconsciously want you even more. And like I just said, second, bro, you shouldn't lie. Like, that shit is weak. Keep it 100 and authentic, because she will respect this, right? Despite her maybe not being happy about it, she will respect it, okay? Which actually brings me to my third and final way to effectively get a girlfriend: emotional stimulation. Stimulate all of her emotions. So for a lot of you guys watching, this is going to be the hardest pill to swallow, but it's the truth, okay? So if you look at most men, they're trying to do everything in their power to make the girl happy, even at the expense of their masculinity, okay? They will emasculate themselves to make the girl happy. And this is actually where the phrase happy wife, happy life comes from. Let me be the one to tell you, right? It is impossible to make a woman happy 24/7. And it's not normal, okay? You can't make a woman like like she's not a robot. Okay? She can't just be happy and comfortable every second of the day, of the week, of the year, because we as human beings feel other emotions outside of happiness and good emotions, right? Instead of happy wife, happy life, the phrase should be authentic life, happy wife, which means we as men should be living so authentically to the point where it will be inevitable that she will feel other emotions such as uncertainty, sadness, disappointment, possibly anxiety or jealousy from time to time, right? You want to make her feel a full range of emotions naturally, not through manipulation, but naturally, instead of catering to all of her positive, good emotions such as happiness, her stability, and her comfort, right? When you do this, you are performing simply because of the fact that you can't handle her negative emotions. You're too scared. You have no backbone. You can't handle when she gets upset or sad or disappointed, right? And over time, she'll put you in that nice guy category and pull away from you, or she'll stay with you and resent you because she has lost all respect for you, right? And when the respect goes, the love goes, and the sex goes. So you can kiss all that stuff goodbye. That was a message for my guys in relationships. When she feels too much of the same good emotions, right? When you're dating, right? When she feels too much of the same good emotions, she has no choice but to get bored with you. All the happiness, comfort, joy, that leads to boredom. If that's the only emotion she feels, that leads to boredom. All the bad emotions, or not bad emotions, but negative emotions like uncertainty and anxiety or jealousy or disappointment, whatever, those lead to, or sadness, those lead to just toxicity. If those are the only emotions that she's feeling majority of the time, which now you get into that bad boy category or label, that's toxic. So the idea is to make her feel all of them naturally. If you make her feel one side only, it still won't work. Instead, you want to stimulate her full range of emotions, both the good and the bad, right? Like I just said, the highs and the lows. This is what makes her feel alive. She's not a robot. She can't just feel good. By doing this, she will stay emotionally attached to you. I promise you, bro. I promise you. She will like and love you even more for being authentic. Tell her no when it's necessary. Don't stop your world just for her. If you're busy, tell her you'll talk to her later or you'll see her later. If you have to tell her something that will hurt her feelings, but it's honest, tell her. If you have to cancel plans because something important came up, do it. I want you to think about this. All the girls that go on dates, how many times do you think the men flake and cancel plans or cancel the date on them? Probably 0.1%. Who are the ones that flake on dates? It's women. Women are the ones who flake on dates. So if you're a guy and you're going on a date, right, or you're dating this girl, whatever, and something comes up, we're not really flaking out of just excuse. Women actually flake out of an excuse. Like they can't keep it 100 with you. Like they will make oh, my stomach hurts, I had a long day, or oh, it's raining outside, oh, my dog is sick. They'll make up any excuse under the sun to flake. But us as men, if something comes up or something important needs our attention, don't sacrifice that important thing to continue going on the date just because the girl's beautiful and you like her. Like, no, have a backbone and cancel because something actually came up. Yeah, she'll be sad and disappointed, but who cares? She's gonna be fine. She's gonna wake up tomorrow and you will too, right? She'll respect you and want you way more because you are being real with her and not performing, which is something that most men can't do nowadays, right? Like, you might actually be watching this right now and you might really relate to this. You might actually be in a situation where you've been catering to her emotions just to make her happy and comfortable while she's slowly pulling away from you and resenting you more and more. And I know you feel it, right? Whether you're dating or in a relationship, if you're experiencing something like this, I just want to say that it's completely normal if you don't know any better, right? We live in a world today where most men have lost their masculinity and are emasculated due to the systems and agendas at play. Trust me, I've been there. I've dated women that would lose interest and pull away or ghost me while I thought everything I was doing was right. I've been in relationships where my girlfriend slowly lost interest, right? She started always having an attitude, started getting disrespectful, started resenting me, and slowly started withholding sex from me. And all you gotta do now, man, is analyze your behavior as a man when you interact with women. Because how she responds and reacts is a direct correlation to your behavior and energy as a man. If she's not responding or reacting accordingly, it's not her, it's you. Unless she's crazy or something, you know. Women are amplifiers and multipliers. They're receivers. So whatever you put in, she's gonna receive that and then amplify it. You're like a seed and she's the soil, right? So it all depends on your behavior as a man. Keep refining your masculinity. Keep sticking to the other lessons that we learned in this video. Keep prioritizing your purpose in life instead of your dating and relationship life. Leave that up to her. Leave that up to the women, okay? Keep using social proof to your advantage so she knows at all times she's not the only woman that would want you as her man, okay? She has to compete, or she should at least feel like it. So, yeah, man, if you keep embodying those lessons, eventually things will start to happen and click. And you'll actually see some results, right? To the point where she's texting and calling you daily, wants to see you 24/7, right? Can't go 24 hours without you. She's super sweet and submissive for you, and essentially begging you to be her boyfriend and commit to her. Once you made it to that stage, you've done everything right, bro. So yeah, that's actually it for this video. So thank you for watching. And if you found value in this video, feel free to like and subscribe. If I get more subscribers, then it'll mean I can create more videos and create better videos as well. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you in the next one. Duke out.
Duke, you know I love you, right?